Hello YouTube. So, how are you guys doing today? Well, in today's vlog, I'll be talking about these interlock blocks that you see on either sides of the road, which has been used as road extension. So, stay tuned. As you can see here, the municipal authorities have dug up the ground on either sides of the road with a measurement of 3 by 3 feet using an excavator. Then they built a 1 feet high concrete fence on the outer edges of the road, as you can see here. And in between the road and the concrete fence, they filled it up with the small rocks, and then they filled it with M sand. And on top of that, they had placed these interlocks, as you can see here. And as you can see on the edges between the interlock and the road, they have covered it up with some smaller stones again. Now, some of you might mistake this for a footpath. It definitely isn't a footpath. It's mainly done for the purpose of road extension only, because the earlier road was too narrow. It is just like 12 to 13 feet in width. So it is not enough for two vehicles to pass comfortably in the opposite direction. And that is why they've done this road extension. And if you notice another thing, the interlock on this side of the road is just 2 feet wide, whereas the interlock that is supposed to come on the other side of the road is just 1 feet in width. So again, this is not uniform. Now obviously we need to talk about the advantages and disadvantages for this kind of setup, which is used as a road extension. First we'll talk about the advantages of these interlock blocks. Obviously the first one is the road is widened right now, so it's actually pretty easy for two large vehicles to cross each other in the opposite direction. So the second advantage is that no more bottoming out of vehicles with low ground clearance. Earlier, the height difference between the road and the ground on either sides were around 6 inches. As a result, vehicles with low ground clearance used to bottom out when they used to give side for the vehicles coming from the opposite direction. And the third advantage is that the life of these interlock blocks is higher than bitumen road, so it lasts longer. And the fourth advantage would be that laying this interlock blocks is actually much cheaper than laying bitumen roads. So it is pretty cost effective, I guess. Now coming to the disadvantages of these interlock blocks. Well, now due to the pandemic, there aren't actually many vehicles plying on these roads. So we can't exactly find out the load bearing capacity of these interlock blocks right now. It's only when the bus services start and those heavy construction trucks start plying on these interlock blocks will we know how well it can support that weight. And my guess is that once these heavy vehicles start plying on these interlock blocks, I think most of these blocks will either get buried deep under or they'll get dislodged. As a result, this will make it very unsafe for bikes and cars that travel on the same interlock pavement. So that is one pretty huge risk. The second issue is that all the water lines are under these interlocks. So soon when loads start increasing over these interlocks, I'm guessing most of the pipeline under them are going to start bursting, and maintenance is going to be pretty difficult. Now the third disadvantage is that when it rains during the monsoons, the grip on the interlock surface will be very poor. As a result, two-wheelers and four-wheelers will start skidding on these surfaces. So that is pretty risky as it can cause loss of life. The fourth disadvantage is that if you drive over these interlocks, the ride quality is pretty harsh and the road noise is very noisy. The fifth disadvantage is the use of fillers in the gap between the road and the interlock. This filler material will erode with time due to rains, and the interlock will start easily getting dislodged and the roads will start getting eroded. As a result, this will be unsafe for two-wheelers as well as four-wheelers, as the tires can burst by getting caught on the edges. Now my conclusion is that although interlock blocks serve its main purpose of widening roads in a cost-effective manner, I believe they will become a safety hazard for motorists by causing accidents, and this does more bad than good. Only time will tell. On that note, I would like to end. Now I would really love to hear your thoughts on this kind of road extension in the comment section below. So please feel free to include your thoughts there. And if you like this vlog, please do hit the like button and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. And until next time, this is Stan signing out. Bye bye.